Hi, welcome back. My name is Jess.
I'm Ella.
Today we're doing a full moon for May 2020. We're going to touch base on a ritual you can do. We're going to talk about the north and south nodes, what it means that the full moon is in Scorpio, and then we're also pulling cards for each sign at the very end of the reading. And we'll touch base on what you can let go of or what you can bring in for this full moon. So Ella's going to talk about what the full moon in Scorpio really means, and then we'll jump right in.
All right, so for this full moon in Scorpio, if you don't know, Scorpio is a water sign. So it's all about cultivating fluidity, like the ability to just kind of go with the flow and be a little bit less attached to the outcome of things, just accepting what comes up. So really and truly the energy of this full moon is about the beauty of letting go. And oftentimes letting things go, the energy of ending can be challenging and it can be painful, but I just encourage you for this full moon, if there's anything that you're holding on to, anything that you're still struggling with, anything that you're holding on to that just no longer serves you, really try to see the beauty in letting it go. So that's the energy we're going to be working with today.
Okay, very cool. And I do want to give a disclaimer real quick. We've got a few dogs running around right now, so if you hear any noises, that's what it is.
It's just the doggos.
So when I was doing some research, I found out that the north and south nodes are changing on May 5th, which is really cool because they only change once every 2 years or so. So right now, they are in Cancer and Capricorn, and they've been in those signs since November 2018. So if you don't know what the north and south nodes are, those are just mathematical points between the sun and the moon. And what they do is indicate the overall lessons that we are working through, both as an individual and as a collective, all humans on Earth. So for the past 2 years, them being in Cancer and Capricorn, we were called to embrace our energy of Capricorn to build on the energy of, the energy of Cancer to build on the energy of Capricorn. So really embracing our softer feminine qualities and merging that with the masculine. So finding that balance is what we've been working on for the past 2 years. And that actually sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Absolutely.
I've had that energy for a while.
For sure.
Yeah. So on May 5th, they're moving into Gemini and Sagittarius, and they'll be in that position until January 2022. So as a collective and individually, we're going to be working on our communication and self-expression. That's that Gemini energy. And in doing so, that will help us with the Sagittarius energy and obtaining that. And Sagittarius rules international travel, religion, and education. So you might see yourself really starting to embrace either learning about new passions, going back to school, traveling more, that type of stuff. So that's really cool.
Awesome. The full moon is all about letting go, and it's that energy of really just appreciating what we have, but really taking the time to think about if there's anything that no longer serves us. So what I recommend doing, and this is something that we like to do every full moon, is take some time to meditate. If you have a hard time like sitting still and sitting quiet, I recommend setting like a timer for 10 minutes or so. And then that way you don't have to worry about checking the time. Like the timer will go off when it needs to go off. And all you need to do is just sit quietly with the self, deep breathe, and really think about if there's anything that is just holding you back, any energy, any mindset, even anything external, relationships, jobs, anything like that really might be holding you back for your full potential. And whenever that arises, whether it comes naturally or you really resonate with something, I love to write it down. And in your own words, it can be a single word, it can be a sentence, it really doesn't matter. And then using caution, you want to burn the piece of paper. So what we like to do is we like to take one of our metal singing bowls and we'll light the piece of paper on fire, we'll drop it in, and we'll just sit quietly while that energy burns away.
Yeah. Make sure you have a cup of water nearby
Yes.
because, you never know.
You never know what's going to happen. So with caution,
So if you don't know what a singing bowl is, this is what we're talking about. Aries, we're going to start with you, and I'm pulling a card that will represent something that you can let go of. And so in the new moon phase, hopefully we set intentions and manifestations of what we want to happen. So now is a great time to just remind yourself of what those were and let go of the things that aren't serving you, as Ella kind of talked about. So let's see, what does Aries need to let go of for the full moon, please? Eight of Pentacles came out. So we'll show a picture at the very end of all the cards that have come out because we're a little too far to show you right now. But Eight of Pentacles come out, and to me what that indicates is that maybe you're spreading yourself too thin. You're trying to be perfect in all areas of your life, work, home, love, fitness, eating right, everything like that. And you just maybe need to focus on one or two things to give all of your energy to right now. So let go of some of your desire to be perfect at everything. It's not, possible. We can't do that. We have to really focus on the priorities in order to succeed in those. Let's get a little bit of clarity as well. Wish wisely came out. So use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps toward making your dreams come true. I feel like that fits perfectly. We so often want to be perfect at everything and, really focus on what your heart's true desires are and make that the priority. Maybe that's a new hobby or a new passion, or maybe that's career for you or relationship. Just focus on one or two things.
I love that. That's awesome. All right.
Sagittarius.
All right, Sagittarius, this one is for you. So again, focusing on what can we let go of? What can we let go of? Okay. Oh, we've got the High Priestess. I love this card. I'm going to go ahead and look at my book real quick. But this is such a beautiful card. Very powerful, powerful card. So the High Priestess really sort of represents our psychic wisdom, our intuition, and stepping into that. So it might be that there's something that you've been kind of hiding for any reasons at all. Maybe you're embarrassed or you're shy, or you're just like, oh, but if I bring that to light, people might judge me. And I just really encourage you, Sagittarius, to let go of that. You are beautiful and you have so much to give. And so step into that power of being the High Priestess, of knowing who you are, of knowing that you have this wisdom and this intuition that's really powerful. So maybe really thinking about letting go of holding yourself back. So the card that I pulled is from an oracle deck, and the oracle property is to preserve. So to me, this means that maybe really preserving the things that are important to you. So whatever it is that maybe you've been hiding, what way can you sustainably bring that out into the world?
Awesome. All right, Leo. Let's see what you need to let go of. Go for the full moon. Oh, Queen of Pentacles came out. So I feel like you need to let go of the things that don't keep you grounded. If there's things that make you feel really chaotic or stressed out, you need to start letting go of those things. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's really all about being grounded, being, you know, stable, financially secure. She's self-confident. She knows who she is. So if there's things that are not serving that purpose, then you need to let that go, Leo. So let's get one clarity card as well. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. Perfect.
Love that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, cut the cords. That's pretty clear. If there's someone or something that is no longer serving you to find your highest good, don't be afraid to make that change. It might hurt at first, it might be hard at first, but in the end, it's for the highest good and for your highest good. So it will benefit you. And just try and remind yourself of that. Awesome. Great. All right, I'll give you Taurus, which is my sign.
Oh, goodness. All right. All right, Taurus, what do we need to let go of with this full moon?
I don't know if I want to know.
Right? Oh. All right, Taurus. The Mother of Pentacles. Which is
funny.
The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so I think it is time to cut the cord on anything that does not make you feel stable, grounded, secure. Really, truly, I think stepping into that powerful mother energy of, you know what you need to protect yourself, to sustain yourself. And the mother energy isn't just if you have children, it's if you have a passion or a dream, like protect that. What do you need to do to bring that into fruition? So, love that.
Let's take my own advice.
I know, right? That's always the hardest part. It's always the hardest part, right? Oh, patience. I love that. That's really funny because this is a card I pull for her all the time.
Yes.
So
I apparently am not the most patient person and expect things to happen very quickly, which I don't understand why they don't.
Right, I know. I don't think things happen right when you want them to. So yeah, so allowing yourself to be patient. But also to know that while you're being patient, you're still working towards the things that you want. So being patient is not about being stagnant. It's still about moving energy, about being creative, but just being patient for those results. So be patient with yourself, Taurus.
Okay. I feel like too, we have to, just because I'm a Taurus, I want to touch on this. I feel like we have to be okay with our level of progression because, you know, everyone always says Taurus doesn't like change, we move so slow, but we do change, we do make progression, but it does take us a little bit longer than others perhaps. So just being patient with ourselves along that process and, you know, like she said, we are growing, so just as long as we're heading in that right direction, that's all that matters.
Yes, absolutely.
Virgo, you are up. Ooh. Your cards want to be jumping out, I guess. Ace of Swords. Interesting. Pull the clarity. Ace of Swords. Your commitment is being tested. I'm going to look at the book a little bit for the Ace of Swords. You know, swords are about our mental consciousness and what goes on inside of our own minds and our internal communication and dialogue. So, you know, maybe you've got new ideas and clarity. So something you need to let go of, though, Virgo, is overanalyzing getting stalled out or stuck, clouded judgment, keeping truth inside. So your commitment is being tested. Maybe you feel like you're stuck, or you don't know how to move forward in whatever it is you're focused on right now. And you can't really see the path ahead of you very well right now. You feel like you don't know where you're headed. You're coming to a block, and you need to let go of that fear and that doubt and just continue to move forward, because you do have these great ideas. You do have this wonderful plan or passion that you want to move forward on, or maybe a new person, but you've kind of come to a little roadblock. But don't let that stop you. Try and work past it, let go of that energy, and just continue on your path.
Yeah, trust the process on that. So know that the work that you're doing right now is leading you somewhere, even if you can't see it.
Okay. Capricorn.
All right, Capricorn. What do we need to let go of for Capricorn? Ooh, the Emperor. Okay. So the Emperor is the kind of the father archetype of the tarot. He's stability, he's protection. And I'm going to draw a little clarity card here. So Capricorn, one thing that tends to happen when you've got that really intense earth energy that you do is the tendency is to stay too grounded and stagnant. So know that even though you crave that stability, it might not always be the best for you just to stay stuck where you are. And just like the tree in this Emperor card, like, yeah, you're firmly rooted and you're grounded. Your roots aren't going anywhere, but allow yourself to grow from that stability. Your branches can be free, they can be flowing in the wind, but your roots can be super grounded. So maybe letting go of that need to just stay so rooted in where you're at. Know that you can still be stable and grounded while you move forward.
I like that.
You too, yeah.
Pisces is next. Okay. Seven of Cups came out. Immediately what comes to mind is indecisiveness, not being able to make a decision. You need to make a choice and stick with it. But let's get a little bit of clarity. What can this be about? Pisces. So you got precious time, which it does kind of fit in with that. It's like time is precious. We're going to sit here and we're going to debate with ourselves about what action to take or which direction to go.
Yeah.
Why are we wasting time on that? Just, you know what you truly want, so make that decision and move forward. And then the other card that wanted to come out, you're special, you got 3 cards, is magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. So I feel like that's even more confirmation that whatever the choice it is that you truly want to make is being watched over and guided. You are being watched over and guided on that path. So don't be afraid. It seems like it's time to make that decision right now. Cool.
Awesome.
Cancer.
All right, Cancer. What can we let go of? Cancer. Well, you had a couple cards fall out. Let's see what you've got. You've got Ace of Pentacles and the Tower. So the Tower is always about decisions. there's going to be a hard decision that you have to make. But what also came out is the Ace of Pentacles, and I love that card because one of the symbolisms of the Ace of Pentacles is that you're starting from a seed and you have so much potential and you have so much growth waiting for you. And to really move into that place of growing and building what you want, what you truly want, you're going to have to make that hard decision. It may involve a sacrifice, but don't be afraid of that. This isn't a scary, negative thing. Anytime we want to step into new beginnings, there has to be a shedding of the old. So let go of that fear, make your choice, and move on.
Okay. Scorpio, your full moon. Oh, all right, that was quick. Okay. 6 of Wands. I love this card. So, but in the mindset of what you need to let go of, maybe this is talking about your ego a little bit.
That's always a fun one.
I think, 6 of Wands is about being proud of what you've accomplished. And obviously that's great and we should all be proud, but I think sometimes we have to humble ourselves and realize that, we are just one human on this earth. And yes, it's wonderful what you're accomplishing, but, we have to look at the bigger picture of things. So
I feel like it's almost like you don't need praise, outward praise, to validate what you're doing. Learn how to validate what you're doing by not even having to tell anyone. Like, your own sense of self-worth is enough.
That's a really good point. I like that. So let's do one extra card for you as well. Oop. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So I think that with Ella's interpretation, that's kind of, really touching on releasing the need for constant outside validation. That's something that we can get stuck in and not feel, accomplished unless we're getting the validation from others. So maybe, I think that's a really good point that you made, Ella. So really releasing that and stepping into your own approval inside is what you need to focus on, Scorpio.
Love that.
All right, so now we've got air. If you want to do Aquarius, and I'll do Libra.
Oh, goodness. All right, Aquarius. What do we need to let go of for this full moon? Okay. Ooh, the Magician. Love that card. So the Magician is all about action. It's about really moving forward. And so I think what this could mean in relationship to what you need to let go of is that maybe you do need to let go of that need to constantly be doing and achieving and moving forward, because sometimes our greatest self-discoveries happen when we're quiet, when we're still. So maybe stepping into a little bit more stillness. You don't always have to be doing things. You don't always have to be productive and achieving things. Your time is still valuable even when you take the time to slow down. Let's get a little clarity on that. Ooh, growth came out. So yeah, I think that sometimes the greatest ways that we can really step into that mindset of growth and of moving forward is by taking time to step back and be still. You might be someone that really loves the sense of accomplishment that comes from getting things done, and there's nothing wrong with that, but know that there are times when you need to step back and be still and then seek your growth from there.
I think it's, recovery and rest is really important when you
Yeah.
are trying to improve. So
absolutely, and that sense of rest and quiet and stillness, that's not something necessarily that our culture promotes. We're more of a society about being productive and getting stuff done, but it's also okay to slow down.
Okay, Libra, which is Ella's sign. So what does Ella, what does Libra need to let go of? Oh my gosh, half the deck fell out.
Of course.
You have so much to let go of.
I need to let go. Oh, jeez.
By this full moon, you need to...
Oh.
Ace of Pentacles. Okay.
Ooh.
And then we'll do... Nothing will come of this situation. Sometimes we can not prioritize our goals very well, or be overly greedy and miss the bigger picture. So to me, what that really indicates is maybe there's a few different options you have in mind, and you're focused too much on which one will provide the most financial, because it's Pentacles, financial, or better, a good foundation for the future. But you need to really focus on what will feed your soul instead of the financial aspect. Finances are important, of course. Obviously, you don't want to make a choice that's going to leave you in a bad situation, but it shouldn't be the only thing that drives you. So don't let that mindset be stuck. And then also feeling like you've missed opportunities and kind of letting that go. So nothing will come of that. Nothing will benefit you if you only focus on financial instead of passions and what your heart is telling you. So letting go of that mindset and really bringing in a little bit more love and passion into these decisions or these new opportunities that are being presented to you. And I think that will put you on the right path. All right, and we'll finish off with Gemini.
All right, Gemini, this one's for you. All right, Gemini, you got the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about really envisioning your future. And no one can see the path as clearly as you do. So maybe letting go of the need for other people to validate your choices. You know the path that you're on, and I think that you know what you need and what you want. So don't wait for anyone else to give you approval to start that journey. I think often maybe there's two sides of you. There's the one that really knows what they want and they're grounded in that, but then there's that other side that, like, you want approval, you want people to believe in what you're doing, and know that you don't need that. So let go of that. You know who you are, you know what you need, and it's time to move forward with that.
So I think that sums everything up. Thank you so much for letting us pull cards for you today and talk about the full moon and the north and south nodes. All really cool stuff. It seems like everyone, hopefully got a little bit of clarity and guidance on where they need to be focusing on or letting go of right now. And
if you have any questions, need some clarity, drop a little question in the comments. We'd be happy to respond to you with any questions that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, my mother has a channel as well. She's been posting quite a few videos. Yeah, she's very in touch and has a really great intuition. So check her out. I will link her below. And if you would like any private readings from us or one of us, you are more than welcome to send an email to the email listed below.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.